Yeah, it's interesting because in school, so he had his was it in October we had parents' evening and the meeting with the school, and they were saying like he was at a certain level. Was it 5 years, 3 months his reading level was? And then we had another meeting with the school then in February, and in that 4 months he'd got grown, like the test results were showing that he was actually now 6 years 5 months. So in
Wow.
like a 4 month period he'd gone up over a year. So the school thought like, oh my god, but we know it's because of the tutoring that it's sinking in with him now, so it's showing on the tests. So
Yeah.
that's positive. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I definitely really feel that it has sunk in with him. He really gets it. Like,
Yeah.
at the beginning he was like, "Oh, I don't know how to do this," but he still give it a go.
Yeah.
I must say, I cannot knock his have a go attitude. That will take him a long way. Does that? Because
Yeah.
he will always have a go, even if he's not sure. He'll have a go, and that counts for a lot. And I think,
Yeah.
and he's just become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's why I did think, all right, I'm going to give you something tricky. Let's see how you get on with this. And he really, rose to the challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he has. Yeah. And he's a bit nervous, like when other children start in the lessons and things, because he always goes to me, oh, that's someone new. And I'm like, yeah, well, show them how good you are, and they'll be showing you how good they are. So he's more confident now. Whereas I think when he started, he was very kind of, I don't want anybody to be, looking at me or whatever, thinking I can't do it. But no, his confidence has come on wonders. I
Super.
never thought he'd have come on this much, just because it's a short period of time, really. He's been doing it. So he's come on like so much more than we thought he would. So, yeah.
So, how did you find Harrison's reading before you started the program?
He could barely read, could he, really? I think that
his fluency's increased, doesn't it?
Yeah. So before we started, could he could barely read three-letter words, let alone much more than that. So yeah, he was really struggling.
How far, like, what can he read now, do you feel?
If they're basic words, I think it flows. Like he had a book the other day from school, and it was like a comic book, and it was quite big words, and it was like in bubbles and all over the place, and it was a bit hard. But when it's a bit of text, and they said they were going to, he'd read that, and then it might be a complicated word, but he could read the basic words.
Yeah,
really
and
well.
yeah,
There's a flow.
there's a massive flow there. So he's very confident with the basic words, and then when he gets to a more trickier word, he'll pause. And then sometimes if he pauses a bit too long, I say to him, "Now, what would Abigail say to you here? What would Abigail do with this word?" And then he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll split it up." And then he gets it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "See, you can do it."
Or he pauses and goes, and then he'll say it, and he's worked it out in his head. He's kind of gone through the pattern. Yeah.
So what do you feel has helped him the most with the reading program?
I think it's the why behind it. How words are said. I think that, so it's him understanding that there's a sequence and a pattern to things. I think that's really helped, rather than there's just a jumbled amount of letters on the page, which is how I think he was seeing it before. I think now if he applies it, he definitely goes, oh yeah, that was, a rabbit word or whatever. So it's the why, I think, that's helped him.
Yeah, definitely. And he's really got it as well. He's really applied it. I can see he goes, oh yes, that's this because of this, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, he definitely gets it. And what do you feel his biggest result has been so far?
I think that age increase, isn't it, for his reading? That was massive.
Oh, massive, yeah. So him going,
we did a chart, didn't we? And it was part of the IDP last year, where we were trying to work, like we were trying to counter argue to say, well, if he follows on this trajectory, he'll actually be losing months every year, and he'll actually be going down rather than go. So he will be going up, but not at the level that he should be. Whereas now we recharted it, and he's actually coming back on a level where he might actually, before the end of year six, isn't it, might reach back where he needs to be, because we thought they were both going on this sort of trajectory and sort of going further apart, whereas now he's kind of come back and he might actually reach there by year six. So yeah, I think that's what we wanted, was
Yeah.
to see results, wasn't it? And I think that's been the biggest thing for us.
Perfect. And has anybody else noticed an improvement?
Yeah, my parents they've noticed a big improvement, because they've they've not had much to do with his reading over kind of since we've started, really, because we don't want to muddy the waters with different kind of techniques and things. But so my mum took them out to a restaurant or something, and he started to read the menu or something like that, and she was like, oh, he's actually interested in words and seeing what's around him and being involved in things now. So yeah, it's little things like that. It just helps so much in his life. So I think a lot of people have started to notice the difference.
Oh, I'm really pleased to hear
Yeah.
that. And how do you feel it's helped him at school?
I think he's got the confidence now in school to be able to say to the teachers if he doesn't understand something.
Well, he's got a line tomorrow, isn't he? In the
so he's speaking. He's got a tomorrow. He's got his class assembly where all the parents are coming in, and the school have actually given him a really challenging line, like really challenging. There's one word in there that we have never even heard of before.
Wow.
And he's expected to say this in front of all of the children and all of the parents. And when he first got given it, we freaked a little bit, and we were almost going to challenge the school and say we don't think it's appropriate. And then we thought, let's just give him a go. Let's just see how he feels about it. And he's learned it off by heart. He can say it now.
Wow.
He's read it, he understands it, he can say it, and he's actually quite looking forward to saying it in front of people tomorrow. So I go back to the end of last year. There is absolutely no way that he could have even participated.
He would have forgotten it the next day, wouldn't he? He would have.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I'm so happy. It makes me really happy to hear this, because he's just worked tremendously hard, and just to hear just him having a go at things that he wouldn't have tried before. Because it's not just about being able to read, it's having the confidence to read in front of others, to have a go, at the school assembly or whatever, or play, and just to be able to do things that just weren't available to him before.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm super super happy to have that. Yeah, definitely. And what would you say to any other students or parents that wanted some help?
Oh, I definitely recommend it. Yeah.
I think the fun approach, isn't it? And like we're learning about why words are said different ways. Like I was tested for dyslexia and told I was lazy. And it's one of those things where I'm kind of going, oh, well, that makes sense now, because I think almost we've gone through, like, obviously we can read and write and we can do all things now, but I think we've just had to learn things. Whereas now we're starting to learn why we say it that way. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And what do you think he's enjoyed most about the program?
It's probably the games.
I'd probably say that at the beginning the games drew him in, definitely, because he didn't see it as tutoring. He saw it as, I'm just going to have a bit of fun with some other children, and that's how he saw. And that, I think, was really good for him, because it led him on to the path of, okay, well, I can do the work as well. So yeah.
And I think it's breaking it up as well, as next they play a couple of games through the lesson. I think that breaks it up and gives them the sort of, they're not too much focused on work. It's kind of they learn in. And I think with life, whenever you're doing something kind of in small moderations, you get more done, I think.
Absolutely, 100%. And I think, and it just keeps the focus going as well. I think that's why we do the games, because actually we those games are actually supporting their learning, but at the same time it's fun as well. It gives them a brain break, it gives them something else to do, but they're actually still learning through playing the games, but it's fun. And I think that's really important. And I think they like all the different games, and there's a variety as well, so we've used different ones, so it's not the same game all the time. So I think I think that definitely helps, especially Snowball.
Yeah.